Hi everybody, I'd like to welcome you to the first ever special edition End Zone where we're going to break down the playoffs for you. I'd like to welcome our special guest, Rocket Ishmael.
What's up, Bmfl Nation?
I'd like to also welcome my partner in crime, Tyler Iceman McGuire. And as always, your host, Matt Baby Gronk Leon. So let's get started, guys. Our first matchup that we're gonna go through is we're gonna start with the East and go through 1 versus 4, Harper's Heroes versus Airmail.
Harper's Heroes, let's talk about the rankings. They're the number 1 seed. They're 6-0. Okay, great football team, no question. Number 1 offense in Bmfl. No one has been more explosive on offense. No one has scored more points. Defense, nothing to sleep on either. Number 2 in the Bmfl. They are a complete team, the complete package. They have to be the favorite coming into this.
They absolutely are. They actually have been on an absolute tear this season. They really haven't played a close game the whole year. I guess their closest one was last week against Marvelous, and I think it was a 10-point game.
Yeah, and they still, even late in that game, they didn't look pressured. They never looked harried in that game. If anything, early in that game is when Marvelous really had a good run, some good luck in that game, kept it going. Ace, what do you like about Harper's?
You got to go to the main point. The one question Bmfl has yet to answer in a bunch of seasons is, how do you stop Ryan Barnes? You have to have an answer for him, and so far no one has. So we'll see in the playoffs.
And how do you think you can do that? How do you slow down a guy who throws, 1 interception a season?
Probably take away his key reads. Ryan, he knows how to extend plays. That's the whole thing. So you got to get pressure on the quarterback. And with him extending the plays, going from 5 seconds to 10 seconds, it's going to be a huge difference. If you can get the pressure on the quarterback and take away his little dump-off reads, would be great. And I'm not talking about Kay. I'm not talking about anyone. I'm talking about Lindsay Kay. Little kiddo, she is the heartbeat of that offense. And if you can find a way to stop her, you can find a way to stop Harper's.
I couldn't agree with you more. Getting pressure on Ryan is definitely a key to beating them.
Yeah, I agree. And really, to them, the key to victory in their game, as far as I'm concerned, is no mistakes. And Ryan is better than anybody at doing that.
Yeah.
They're the best team. If they don't turn the ball over, if they don't drop the ball, they're not going to beat themselves.
Yeah, and you know what? They're obviously one of the clear-cut favorites to make it all the way to the championship and win the East and be the representative. But hey, they can't. When a team hasn't really been tested all season, that's also a thing to look at because they can also come in a little overconfident, thinking they can control the ball, and a couple early mistakes that could really change the momentum of a game, especially with a quarterback like Ryan.
Yeah, well, I know that's what you're hoping happens.
That's absolutely what I'm hoping happens.
Because no bias here, of course.
No bias.
It may be a fact that one of us is going to be playing against Ryan Barnes in this game. You've got enough championship experience to go around the table, okay?
Yeah, we always like to have one special guest, and of course, Shot wasn't available, so we like to bring him since he wasn't in the playoffs.
I'm good being your number 2.
Yeah. So now that we have that shot fired, talk to me about Airmail, Ace. What do you think of Airmail?
Airmail, it's a big team. I mean, if you're talking about physicality and just overall athleticism, Airmail is the team you want to look at. On paper, they should be able to run with anybody. Ben Klein, their quarterback, he is the Brett Favre of this league. He will sling the gun wherever, which way, on Sunday, on any day that ends in Y. He's going to be throwing the football as hard as he can. So he'll be looking to make a play. Behind him, as long as everyone else is making good plays, some strong defense. They got a hell of a chance. I mean, their girls are phenomenal. Between Alyssa and G, they're studs on offense. I think Gronk, even with you as a big body, definitely have mismatches across the field. So if they can exploit that on offense and defense, should be a 1-score game. Let's see go down to the last drive.
Yeah, really, you guys have a really, really impressive defense, right? Number 4 defense in the entire Bmfl, tied for 4th, tied for 2nd in the East. The offense is where I start to have questions. Mm-hmm. And that's a great comparison right there, Brett Favre and Ben Klein, because both those guys can sling the football. Ben has arguably the best arm in the Bmfl. Him, Joey, it's up there. You can argue back and forth about those two. But the questions I have about Airmail are not so much on defense. I know they can play defense. Mm-hmm. It's, can the offense limit turnovers? Because Ben will make those Brett Favre-like mistakes. He'll go out there and make a pass. We go, holy shit, how did he make that throw? And you'll see him throw picks sometimes where you go, holy shit, why did he make that throw? And against a team like Harper's Heroes, they're opportunistic on defense. They're going to jump on it. My guy to watch on Harper's going against Ben, middle linebacker, Rob, Tylenol PM, Tyrol.
Yep.
I've seen the film. Rob is all over the middle for them. He's picked Ben off in the past. If Rob is a big game, Airmail's going down.
Yeah, you know what? Last time we played Harper's Heroes during the season, we were without both of our captains in G and Vince. So if you look at the score in that game, it's not really exactly what happened. You know, we probably played our worst game against them. So you know what? I think Airmail finished the season on a high note, even though we lost the Panthers. Ben played his best game I've ever seen him play, other than the tournament, of course. But you know what? Don't count us out. You know, we might be the number 4 seed, but I think we're going to give Harper's a little bit more than they can handle.
I don't know, Ace. I heard a lot of excuses in that, a lot of ifs, a lot of. That was not the most confident statement I've ever seen from you, baby Gronk. So let's go to predictions now. Gronk, I mean,
my prediction's going to be Airmail.
By how many points? Give us that. What do you guys win by?
Airmail by a touchdown.
Airmail by a touchdown. Okay, Ace, what do you got?
I gotta go with my boy Ryan Barnes. I'm sorry, Gronk. I think you guys are gonna have a hell of a game, but Harper's, it's tough to see him losing this one.
Yeah, I agree with that. I also have Harper's Heroes winning. I'm going to go a little farther out. I got Harper's winning by 2 scores.
Okay, fair enough.
I think that it gets some turnovers and late in the game. I think it's going to be a close game, but I think they're going to run away with it a little bit late.
Our next matchup is the two versus the 3. We got Marvelous taking on Pink Panthers. What do you think, Ace?
I think that PJ is going to come in, and he's going to come in firing. A lot of people say Ryan Barnes might be the most efficient quarterback, but my favorite quarterback to watch to operate the football field is PJ for sure. I think he's a touchdown machine, and he's going to come back a little bit for blood because last season, you know, one first round upset, Marvelous and Pink Panthers again, and I heard it from the other side of the field. I couldn't believe my ears when I heard it first. Marvelous came out with the W, and all credit to them. They had played a hell of a game.
Yeah.
I just think PJ is going to take that next level, assert himself as the elite quarterback he is, lead his team against Marvelous, and then again against Harper's in the next round.
Yeah, Pink Panthers, number 2 offense in the Bmfl, number 2 in the East. Defense tied with Airmail for number 4, and number 2 in the East. You know, very complete team. There's nothing they lack.
Yeah.
Like you said, PJ, one of the most exciting quarterbacks in the league, right up there with Ryan, right up there with Joey, right up with all the guys you expect to see there at the end of the season.
Right.
Who you got here, Gronk?
You know what? I got Marvelous in this one.
All right.
I'm gonna go with the upset pick. I really like. You know, Frank has done a really good job with that team. You know, it's his second season at quarterback, and he's improved each season.
Yep.
Now, the problem with Frank is he does make those mistakes every now and again. He does throw those interceptions, but his defense always picks him up.
Yep.
They have I think this one of the second-rate defense in the East.
Their defense actually hasn't been as strong as their offense has been. They're number 7 overall in the BMFL, 4th in the East.
Oh, wow.
Their
Okay.
defense has had some issues at times.
I know that their defense has picked them up in certain
Yes.
games, especially when
Yes.
Frank has thrown those interceptions.
Yes.
But I think, I really think this is going to be a clash between PJ and Frank.
Right.
They're really
100%.
they're gonna go head to head, and they're gonna want to best each other.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're friends. They're also rivals.
Yeah.
They're gonna want to beat each other up. So Frank's gonna want to try to pick. Frank's gonna play. I don't know if PJ doesn't really play defense because he can't really move that well. Yeah. Yeah, I know
Shots fired.
you got me on one in our game, but whatever. Beginner's luck. But yeah, I think Frank's gonna even if Frank makes that mistake on offense, he's gonna he's gonna come after you on defense and try to make up for it. And with that, I like Marvelous a lot more than I like Panthers.
Yeah, it's very interesting because to me the key to victory here for the Pink Panthers is number 1, do what you do.
Yeah.
They're a great team, explosive
100%.
offense, great defense. Don't get away from your game plan. Do what you do. And the other thing is you have to put someone on the pass rush that can stop Frank from running. If you can pressure Frank into making throws before he wants to, he's having a great season. He's a great quarterback. But he's not a traditional drop back, make your reads, hit people on time quarterback. He likes to run around and use his legs the way Ryan often does sometimes.
Yeah.
Use that speed to get people wide open down the field.
Yeah.
If you can pressure him early in the count, okay, get someone who gets that count down to exactly 3 seconds, they come across the line, and can stay with him and force him to get rid of the ball before he wants to, maybe someone like Chris, one bad Mata,
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah.
They're going to have a good day on defense.
Yeah, Chris has been one of their pass rushers this season thus far, and he's definitely used both his combination of speed and length to get to the quarterback.
Yeah. Yeah, having said all that, I like Marvelous a lot. I do think that at some point Frank, as much as I respect him, I think he's a great quarterback, going to the All-Star game this year as a quarterback. Congratulations to him. He's going to make one more mistake than PJ will. I think it's going to be a close game. I have the Pink Panthers winning this game.
I have Panthers, and this one I do actually have by 2 scores. I'd say.
2 scores, all right.
Yeah, I'll go the opposite side. I'm going to go with Marvelous, but I think it's going to be a 1-point game.
Okay.
Super close game for Marvelous.
Super close game. I think Marvelous is going to come out with an upset at the very end, just like they did last year.
Wow. All right. And Ace, going back to what we were talking about before, who's going to make it to that championship game all the way? Who do you have?
Right. I have PJ and
You
the
got
Pink
Panthers.
Panthers.
You have PJ,
representing the East.
you have the Panthers representatives all the way.
100%.
Yeah, I'm not going to count my team. I got him out going all the way.
You're
to represent
such
my
a
team.
homer.
Hey, I got faith in my team. I love my teammates. I'm going with my team.
All right.
I would do the same thing, man. I would
Yeah.
do the same thing.
You have to rep your own team, even if you're going to be wrong. That's okay.
You know what? Just like the Giants, I'll take the underdog.
Oh, don't bring the
Alright.
Giants up here.
I'll
Don't
take the
depress me
underdog.
that way. I actually have the Panthers going all the way for the East as well. I think they're the most dangerous. And most importantly, and again, you touched on this before, PJ is going to be out for blood.
Yeah.
I know he gets fired up, just like I get fired up. When someone beats you, there's
Yeah.
nothing you want in the world more to prove it was a fluke.
Yeah.
That it was, all right, you got me once, you will never get me again.